Can you imagine a world without air conditioning? A world where the relentless summer heat was an inescapable part of daily life? A world where summers were a true test of endurance, and the only escape from the sweltering heat was a shady tree or a refreshing dip in a cool stream. This was the reality for countless generations. This was the reality for most of human history, a reality that shaped our lives, influenced our behaviors, and limited our possibilities. People had to adapt in various ways to cope with the heat. Before Willis Carrier's groundbreaking invention, our ancestors endured the summer months with limited relief. His invention of modern air conditioning changed the world forever. Life before air conditioning was a constant battle against the elements. People relied on fans, both handheld and electric, to provide some semblance of comfort. People sweltered in their homes and struggled to sleep through the stifling nights. Open windows and fans were the only means to catch a breeze, but it was often not enough. Workplaces, especially those involving manual labor or delicate machinery, became unbearable furnaces. The heat affected not just comfort, but also safety and efficiency. Productivity plummeted during the hottest months, and heat stroke was a serious risk. Workers often had to take breaks or stop working altogether to avoid heat-related illnesses. Food spoiled quickly in the heat, making food preservation a constant challenge. Ice boxes and other methods were used, but they were not always effective. Ice, harvested from frozen lakes and rivers in winter and stored in ice houses, provided some respite. However, this was a labor-intensive process and not accessible to everyone. But it was a luxury available only to the wealthy few. Most people had to find other, less effective ways to stay cool. The lack of effective cooling methods limited architectural possibilities, forcing people to design buildings with high ceilings, large windows, and verandas to maximize airflow. These designs were beautiful, but were born out of necessity. Imagine a world where staying cool was a daily struggle. Every activity from working to sleeping was influenced by the need to find relief from the heat. It was a world where the oppressive heat dictated daily routines, affected productivity, and even influenced social interactions. Social gatherings were often planned around the cooler parts of the day. This was the reality before air conditioning, a time when the simple act of staying cool was a luxury few could afford. It was a world vastly different from the one we know today. In 1902, a young and ambitious engineer named Willis Carrier was tasked with solving a significant humidity problem at a printing plant in Brooklyn, New York. This challenge would set the stage for a groundbreaking innovation. The company, Sackett-Wilhelm's Lithographing and Publishing, was experiencing severe issues with their printing paper expanding and contracting due to fluctuating humidity levels. This inconsistency was wreaking havoc on their production quality. These fluctuations were causing misaligned colors in their prints, leading to a costly and frustrating problem for the company. The workers were exasperated, and the quality of the prints was suffering. Carrier's solution was nothing short of revolutionary. He designed an innovative system that not only controlled humidity, but also cooled the air, addressing both issues simultaneously. This ingenious system, using coils filled with compressed refrigerant, marked the birth of modern air conditioning. It was a pioneering step in climate control technology. Carrier's invention was initially called the apparatus for treating air, and was patented on January 2, 1906. This patent was a significant milestone in the history of engineering. Carrier's invention was more than just a solution to a printing problem. It was a visionary breakthrough that would have far-reaching implications. It was a breakthrough that would change the world, ushering in an era of unprecedented comfort and transforming the way we live, work, and interact with our environment. The impact of this invention cannot be overstated. By controlling both temperature and humidity, Carrier's invention created an optimal environment for printing and many other industrial processes. This innovation improved efficiency and product quality across various industries. It was the genesis of a technology that would soon spread from factories to public spaces and eventually into our homes, forever changing the way we experience the built environment. The ripple effects of Carrier's invention are still felt today. At its core, Carrier's air conditioning system, and indeed all modern air conditioners, rely on a basic principle of physics. Heat always moves from a warmer area to a cooler one. This fundamental concept is what drives the entire process of cooling our homes and offices, making them comfortable even on the hottest days. This principle, combined with the unique properties of refrigerants, forms the foundation of air conditioning. Refrigerants are specially designed chemicals that can change states from liquid to gas and back again, efficiently transferring heat in the process. Refrigerants are special fluids that can easily absorb and release heat. They are the lifeblood of the air conditioning system, circulating through the unit to facilitate the cooling process. The air conditioning process starts with the refrigerant in a gaseous state. This gas is crucial because it can absorb a significant amount of heat from the indoor air. It is compressed, which causes its temperature to rise. The compressor is like the heart of the system, pumping the refrigerant through the coils and ensuring it moves through the necessary stages. This hot, high-pressure gas then flows through a condenser coil, where it releases heat to the outside air and cools down, transitioning into a liquid state. The condenser coil acts like a radiator, dissipating the heat absorbed from inside the building. This cooled, high-pressure liquid refrigerant then passes through an expansion valve which causes it to expand and evaporate back into a gas. The expansion valve is a critical component that regulates the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator coil. This evaporation process absorbs heat from the surrounding air, effectively cooling it. The evaporator coil is where the magic happens, as it pulls heat from the indoor air, leaving it refreshingly cool. The cooled air is then blown into the room by a fan, while the refrigerant, now a low-pressure gas, returns to the compressor to start the cycle anew. This fan ensures that the cool air is evenly distributed throughout the space. This continuous cycle of compression, condensation, expansion, and evaporation allows air conditioners to effectively transfer heat from the inside air to the outside environment. Each stage of this cycle is meticulously designed to maximize efficiency and cooling power. This ability to manipulate heat flow is the key to creating a comfortable indoor climate, regardless of the temperature outside. Thanks to air conditioning, we can enjoy a pleasant indoor environment all year round, making our lives more comfortable and productive. Initially, air conditioning was primarily used in industrial settings. Its ability to control temperature and humidity proved invaluable in industries like textile manufacturing, printing, and food processing, where consistent environmental conditions were crucial for product quality and production efficiency. By the 1920s, air conditioning began to appear in public spaces like movie theaters, department stores, and restaurants. These air-conditioned venues offered a welcome escape from the oppressive summer heat, attracting customers and fundamentally changing the way people experienced leisure and entertainment. The real turning point for air conditioning came after World War II. The post-war economic boom, coupled with technological advancements that made air conditioners smaller, more efficient, and more affordable, led to their widespread adoption in residential homes. This shift from a luxury to a common household appliance transformed the American landscape. The Sun Belt, once considered too hot for comfortable living, experienced a population surge as air conditioning made these regions more hospitable. Architectural styles evolved, with homes no longer needing to be designed solely for natural ventilation. Air conditioning had become an integral part of modern life, fundamentally changing the way we live, work, and interact with our environment. If you don't like missing out but still love finding new stuff, then hit that subscribe button now. Smash that subscribe button. And give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends. See you in the next video.